Carol, a first-time caller out. Carol, sorry, Carol, out of Texas. First-time caller out of Texas. Carol, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, Carol.
How are you?
All is well, thanks.
Awesome. Well, I've just been giving a lot of thought to a lot of the things that you say, and if what you say is true concerning women in our state, our natural state of hell, then what is the fate of a woman? If that is that all there is for us? Is just to live in a state in a mindset of hell? What is our role or purpose for even being around if that's all that we have to offer?
The state of the woman will be hell unless she returns to the Father as well. She must be born again of the Father. And when she returns to the Father, He will destroy the hell in her mind and emotions, and He will give her a clear mind in the same way He will for the guys who return to the Father, the men who return to the Father.
I see.
A woman has to, she's not stuck in the hell.
Uh-huh. That's good to that's good to know. How does that work for a 59-year-old woman or someone who has, how does that work for someone whose parents are deceased or up in age?
Okay. By getting to know yourself, pay attention to what's happening inside of you, and you're going to see that you have anger, you have fear, you worry, you're up and down emotionally, and you don't want to be that way, but something else is driving you. But all these years, you've thought that it was you. You've been taking credit for it. You've been judging yourself for it. Because you didn't know it wasn't you. And when you can see and understand that, you're going to realize, because the truth that allows you to see that will cause you to realize that that came from your mother. It came from your parents. And they couldn't help themselves either. And that will cause you to forgive them. The truth of that will cause you to forgive them since you can't go to them. They've expired. And the truth will make you free from that.
I can see that. I can definitely, I've been reflecting, and I can definitely see where consider myself a victim and consider my mom a victim, but all the time, basically living in hell.
Yeah.
And visiting that onto the children. I definitely can see that clearly. Definitely can see that clearly. Is it possible that state can take over to the point where you're not able to see other thoughts or have other thoughts? I've tried the silent prayer, and it's hard for me to even follow my thoughts. It just overwhelms. They just take over.
Yeah, I understand that. Number one, I want you to realize, even you have to say it to yourself, your thoughts are not your own, right? They're not yours. And the reason that it seemed difficult, and it is, to watch them now because you've been living in them for so long, thinking that it was you. And believe you took on a false identity to be true, and it was never you. So now that you're starting to wake up, and you be still, do the silent prayer, the thoughts are going to scream, and they're going to overwhelm you. They're going to come in thousands, and they're going to feel like it's you. But all that is happening is that now you are being brought out of those thoughts, and you're reflecting on them. You're seeing them, and eventually it will become easier and easier for you to watch them without being a part of them. Stay with it. It's the thoughts of evil, right? The ones that seem good and bad are both evil. But they don't want you to see that it's them. They want you to believe that it's you. So they're overwhelming you, and they're giving you all different kinds of emotions, fear and overwhelming feeling and all that. But stay with it, and eventually they'll become weaker and weaker and weaker, and you're going to be surprised that it was never you, And then eventually they'll be gone. You just stay with it, with the silent prayer and watch.
Okay, I'll look forward to that.
And just know the overwhelm. They've always been that way, overwhelming, fearful, and emotional. But you didn't know it was the thoughts at the time, and now you're coming out of them. You're still getting that feeling for a while because you've identified, but you'll be fine if you stay with it.
Okay.
And
Because I can sit there all day. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I can sit there all day and let the thoughts just run themselves like an automatic tape. They just run themselves, and I can sit there all day. Everything from memories to recalling what happened yesterday to, all kinds of thoughts will just kind of run themselves.
Yep.
So and I have a hard time either getting in front of them or behind them or just getting a grip of controlling them at all.
Yeah, and you don't want to control them. You don't want to hold on to them. You don't want to deny them. You just want to see them. And it's the light of the Father. It's the light of God that is allowing you to see them. He's with you. He's allowing you to see the not you, which are the thoughts. And if you get caught up and it feel like the pain is so great in the body, know that that's not your pain. You feel the pain, but it's not you. And even if you have to say to yourself, I feel this stupid pain, but it's not me. Even if you don't believe it yet, you say it anyway, and you find yourself, eventually you're not identifying with it. And then it get lighter and lighter and lighter. The only reason it take a long time, well, sometimes a long time, what we think is a long time, and because it's so overwhelming, because we believe that it's us. We believe that we're the thoughts. We believe that we're the emotions, and we're not. But if you knew that it wasn't you, if you could know that right now, you could be free right now, totally free from it.
Right.
But you've identified all your life, and it's like losing. Who will I be if I don't have my feelings? Who will I be if I don't have thoughts? Who will I be if I don't have this? So it feels like you'll be no one, and that's where you want to be. No one. Nothing. You want to be nothing. Because all of those who think that they're something, they are nothing. They just have false identities, making them think that they're something, and they're acting out trying to live up to being something, but they're nothing. It's all fake.
It is. And thinking that I'm something or whatever I thought it was that I was has only gotten me so far every time.
Yes.
It ends up in the same spot every time. You try to get the education. You try to go do this. You try to get the job. You try to make the money. And it always ends up the same results where you get to a point where it just it's not gratification. It's not happiness.
100%.
There's not any joy in it. There's no reward in it at all. You're still seeking and you still feel lost.
Because it's just a thought. It's a thought, and we try to fulfill thoughts. And thoughts are an illusion, so we try to make an illusion be real, and it's impossible to do that.
Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Okay. Amazing. Very amazing. It's something that I really can look forward to.
Stay with the silent prayer and watch. And if the whole world turn against you because they hate the light in you, you just wish them well, and you just stay on that narrow path and don't argue with the devil. Pay no attention to the devil. That's what Christ did. And you just stay on that straight and narrow path. Don't look back. Don't look forward. Stay present. And I'm telling you, Carol, you haven't seen anything yet. You will have a very clear mind and perfect peace.
Yes.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Amazing call. Stay with it. Call me again. Amazing. Ladies, you got to do the same thing. You must be born again of the Father. All who are born of the woman, of the flesh, must be born of the Father. You must be born again. Ain't no other way around it. Everything else is just an illusion.